Hey everyone, thank you for joining us as we explore the complicated digital world that our children face today. So let's go ahead and get started with the session. So on our agenda today, after we get an overview of what our kids are encountering in the digital world, there will be an exploration of some of the apps that they might come across, some warning and safeguards if you encounter questionable apps, and we'll wrap up with some online parental monitoring tools. So the challenges faced by children in the digital world are multifaceted and require careful consideration. Promoting digital literacy and fostering a safe online environment is critical for their well-being and future success. Now let's consider our children's online risk and harm. Undoubtedly, children encounter risks such as cyberbullying, exposure to inappropriate content, and privacy breaches. Today's digital environment amplifies traditional threats and introduces new ones. Educating children about safe online behavior and fostering their critical thinking skills to use while online are essential. We've all seen in the news that the impact on mental health is another major consideration for our kids online. Excessive screen time, social media pressures, and constant connectivity affect their mental health. Anxiety, depression, and sleep disturbances are on the rise, so balancing online engagement with offline activities is vital for their well-being. Not to mention, cyberbullying, exclusion, and social pressure can harm children emotionally, so building resilience and promoting kindness online is essential, and that is kindness from everyone. Cyberbullying also includes the bullies, and so we cannot forget that we really need to encourage our kids not to be cyberbullies as well. So along with this, we can't forget that excessive screen time affects physical health. Sedentary lifestyles, poor posture, and disrupted sleep patterns are common. We need to encourage outdoor play, exercise, and digital timeouts. Next, let's consider privacy and data security because children often share personal information online without fully understanding the consequences. Protecting their privacy and teaching them about responsible data sharing is crucial. The risk of data breaches and identity theft today is real. Online predators and child exploitation are very scary issues. Vulnerable children may fall victim to online predators, so this makes grooming, sextortion, and child trafficking genuine threats. Educating children about safe online interactions and reporting mechanisms is crucial to their safety. So next, we're going to take a look at some apps that you should be aware of, and these are called anonymous apps. An anonymous app lets users share and interact with each other without revealing who they are. These apps encourage users to stay anonymous while they chat, and some anonymous apps let users ask and answer questions secretly. Along with this, the apps let users post images or tell-all posts to get honest feedback from strangers, and that is honest in my air quotes over here. Oftentimes, this can lead to bullying online and offline. Additionally, if users ask others to roast them, these anonymous apps could provide a path towards digital self-harm and suicidal ideation. So why are anonymous apps risky? Well, anonymous apps can expose kids to inappropriate content, cyberbullying, and sexting. Because social media gives users a sense of detachment from what they say online, a child might say something hateful that they would never say face to face. Without the ability to see a victim's reaction, it becomes easy to spread hate. With anonymous apps, this detachment is greater. Children and young people might feel less accountable for what they say, and they may share things or say things that they wouldn't say on an open social platform like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. All right, so we've talked about anonymous apps, so let's look at a few of them. First up is Ask FM. Ask FM is a question and answer app that encourages anonymous interactions, such as asking public questions and chatting with unknown people. It is available on both desktops and through app stores like Apple or Google Play for smartphones. Ask FM's reputation as a platform for cyberbullying has been highlighted in the past and has even been linked to a number of teen suicides. As a result, the company worked with anti-bullying charities to help create safety tools and policies to deal with this and other harmful content on its platform. So while the app was founded in 2010, its popularity peaked in the mid 20 teens, and then it fell as stories of cyberbullying and other abuse surfaced. Recently, though, in the wake of COVID, uses resurfaced as millennials that used the app back when they were teenagers sought to make connections with others as the world shut down. However, there's no word on an increase in online abuse with Ask FM with these millennials that have gone back and checked it out. But it will be really interesting to watch if their behaviors have changed as they've matured. Have they become more of a cyberbully? Have they become less of a cyberbully? Are they more prone to cyberbullying? I think we need to watch this and see what happens. All right, so let's move on to another anonymous app. Whisper is an anonymous app available on a desktop or via smartphone app, like I said, like Apple or Google Play, that uses text as well as images. It encourages users to share stories they wouldn't want to put their names to. For example, users are encouraged to confess their deepest, darkest secrets to a world of total strangers, with no names being used or fear of judgment. So while Whisper's community guidelines warn against pornographic or gory imagery, there's still a chance of children seeing this content. However, Whisper moderates and removes any content that goes against its guidelines, including that which promotes self-harm. Again, this is an attestation from Whisper. Additionally, location sharing is a concern. The app collects precise locations according to the device permissions, like what your phone says, always use, only while the app's used. You know those things that pop up when precise locations come, like weather apps and whatnot. And this allows Whisper to know exactly where you are and to allow users to connect locally. Of note, Whisper suffered from a major data breach that exposed millions of posts. While no names were leaked, users' stated ages, ethnicities, gender, hometowns, and nicknames were exposed. Like other anonymous apps, Telenym has users ask and answer questions anonymously. Users can receive messages known as tells from other users. Then they can respond to these messages publicly. Telenym can connect to Instagram, X, that's the app formerly known as Twitter, and Snapchat to increase the number of people who send anonymous messages. As a result, there is an increased risk of strangers targeting users across multiple platforms, and stopping the source of unwanted messages becomes more difficult. Cyberbullying, harassment, sexting, and other inappropriate content are harmful potential risks to watch out for. Recently, there's been an uptick in Telenym usage, especially since videos on YouTube have been publishing how to view Who Asked Tells. Let's move on to parental monitoring tools. So parental control and monitoring apps can help you manage and supervise your child's screen time. These apps can block certain content, set limits on app usage, and help you see what your child is doing online, including texting. If you're looking for a way to monitor text and social media of your older kids, consider Canopy. This app ensures your child is safe from sexual content, cyberbullying, and inappropriate language by scanning text and social media posts for red flags. While it is restrictive, Canopy still gives your child autonomy and privacy. For example, you can't read their messages. It just blocks content in real time, so if a pornographic message comes through, it'll flag your phone. However, a downside is that it doesn't control screen usage and it can't block content within apps. Now for a more robust tool, consider Bark. The Bark app goes beyond simple social media and web filtering, as it offers parents the ability to see what their kids are doing in real time via a family dashboard. The dashboard lets parents monitor up to 30 social media apps as well as text messages. It can manage screen time, including what apps can be used and when, filter websites, and set location alerts. Now, what's cool about Bark, it works by using AI to analyze phone activity for signs of cyberbullying, violence, sexting, suicidal ideation, or other adult content. like Canopy Bark does allow kids some autonomy and privacy, as parents are only alerted if something problematic is detected. As we wrap up, considering all that we've talked about today, empowering children with digital literacy, fostering open communication, and creating a safe online environment are critical steps to address these challenges and ensure their positive digital experiences. Without a doubt, ensuring child safety online is crucial. So here are some warnings and safeguards that we should consider. First off, open communication. As I'm sure you're aware, the lack of communication can lead to hidden online activities. The goal here is to work to maintain an open dialogue with your kids. Encourage them to share their online experiences, concerns, and any uncomfortable encounters, as they may not recognize potential dangers. Next, inadequate privacy settings can expose personal information. Set strict privacy controls on devices, apps, and social media platforms, and use parental control tools to filter content and monitor usage. Remind your children about how sharing personal details online can lead to identity theft or exploitation. Teach them not to share their full name, address, phone number, age, and even their school location. Let's move on to social media. As with all we've been discussing, you are already aware that social media platforms can expose children to risk. We need to help them avoid inappropriate content by using content filters, monitoring browsing history, and discussing age-appropriate material. It's also crucial to discuss appropriate online behavior, privacy settings, and the importance of not accepting friend requests from strangers. And while we worry about our kids being cyberbullied, we can't forget that we may need to remind them not to be the cyberbully. Being kind is important, both face to face and online. Finally, while this may seem like common sense, parents need to model good online behavior as children learn from adults' online conduct. Demonstrate responsible online behavior and be a positive role model in your digital interactions. Help develop their critical thinking abilities by teaching them to verify information, question sources, and recognize fake news. I realize that this is a lot of information to digest. So remember, a combination of education, vigilance, and open communication is essential for keeping our children safe in the digital world. For more information, check out the FBI's SOS Safe Online Safety site and our Attorney General Jason Miyares' site for information on the prevention of cybercrimes, where he highlights the prevention of child exploitation. You can find those links on the slide right here.